Hey, hey, welcome back. All right, Taurians, let's go ahead and jump on in. Taurus, I want to do a little urgent message for right now for Taurus, okay? We have got the Three of Pentacles and we've got the Six of Pentacles starting us out with all earth energy, which is great. So, strong message for Taurus. But this is all about togetherness. It's about sharing. If there is possibly, I don't know if Taurus needs to go Christmas caroling with a group or go attend little local events or something. We have Taurus here. In this deck, they call him the preacher, but this indeed is, the Hierophant in any other deck. So Taurus is highly sought after. Taurus's energy is really wanted. If Taurus was about to blow off some kind of an event or something, this says, oh no, Taurus, their energy is really needed, or they're very welcomed, or it's like this is a group that really would love it if Taurus was there. Page of Cups. There could also be a particular person who would really love it if Taurus showed up. There could be somebody that has an apology to make or a love offer to make. But I keep getting, well, just because of the imagery that we have here, I keep getting this vibe of like, going to a church function for the holidays or going to some like community related event for the holidays or going out Christmas caroling or, something that maybe it's like, oh, it's just kind of a fun optional thing. It's not like Taurus has to be there. But Taurus's presence doesn't mean nothing. Taurus's energy matters to people. Taurus brings, each one of us has a unique vibration, right? And Taurus in particular, the vibration. Now, maybe this is like a singing or music group because maybe we're talking about Taurus's voice, added into like a chorus or something. Or maybe it's just Taurus's energy flow. You know how there's just people that make your day better? That's how this feels to me. It feels like there's a group of people that are like, oh, we love it when Taurus is around. Taurus just makes it more fun. Taurus makes it better. This could be in the workplace. This could be, the work party, the Christmas party, and Taurus was about to blow it up and be like, I'm staying in jammas and binge watching something. And instead, I got to say, somebody out there, possibly a Virgo or a Gemini, is really hoping Taurus will show up. I don't know what the deal is with this this like I don't know if somebody has a glove or one glove or this could be like somebody wants to give Taurus a high five, but this magician energy just tells us that somebody's going to be really bummed because they've been manifesting this opportunity to talk to Taurus. Maybe this is somebody who wants very much to be there at the same time that Taurus is there, just so they can see Taurus one more time, or so they can catch Taurus maybe alone and say hi. I wanted to reach out to you, and this was my chance. This could be somebody who wants to establish another opportunity to like get Taurus's number, so that then they can talk, whatever over a holiday break or something. I don't know. There's a vibe here. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. This is somebody who has been waiting a long time to talk to Taurus. And if Taurus doesn't attend some particular event or go to a place that they were thinking about going but are just about to decide they'll stay home instead, if Taurus stays home, Taurus might not get a chance to bump into or talk to this person. And this person's been hoping for an opportunity to talk to Taurus. So look, if Taurus doesn't want to do something, by all means, Taurus doesn't have to go somewhere. It doesn't have to do anything. But this little message just says somebody's been hoping to talk to Taurus. And this was going to be their opportunity. Let's just take a look. Any other like direct message just for Taurus? We have the Sun and we do have the Judgment card. So this could be Taurus, do what makes Taurus happy. But if Taurus is debating like, yeah, I know if I went to that event, I would see my ex. And then what? What do I want to do? Deep down, would it make me happy to see them? Then maybe, okay, let me go. Or if I go to this event, I already know what could happen. I could wind up talking to somebody who's I sense has wanted to talk to me for a while. And if we get the ball rolling, it would effectively mean that I'm moving on from my old life, because we're going to have a conversation that I'm not going to be able to go back from. And it's going to be me reconciling with the fact that, okay, my past is over and I'm moving forward with this maybe magician. this new person. We could look at it like that. I'm a little less inclined to think that this is an ex hoping to bump into Taurus, and a little bit more inclined to say this is somebody who's waited a long time to get a chance to change the dynamics between themselves and Taurus and get a chance to connect with Taurus. I don't know that I think it's an ex so much as it is somebody that feels like they haven't quite had a chance with Taurus yet. But the bottom line is, this is Taurus's life. Taurus gets to decide what works for them. They get to decide what they want to do, what they don't want to do. Taurus doesn't have to do anything that doesn't feel right to them. But if they're thinking, man, if I do go, it could change the outcome of my life. Am I ready for that? 9 of Pentacles. Taurus is definitely in an empowered state. And this Taurus comes across as if they're single. So I would just suggest that if Taurus is going to be, standing here, sitting here in this energy of, I could do this. We have the moon. I'm strong enough. I'm happy enough to make a good decision for myself. The only thing is, I kind of think Taurus has a premonition that if I attend an event, something big is going to happen in my life. I'm going to meet somebody important, and they could be my forever person. And am I ready for that, or do I want to stay single? This message comes out like it's this kind of like the whisper of Taurus's subconscious saying, the real reason I was thinking about not going somewhere was because I sense that if I do, it could change the outcome of my life. And maybe I'm loving being single for a bit. Maybe I'm not ready to connect to somebody and, let my life path change yet. Maybe I want to stay single. And the only reason I'm saying that like Taurus has a sense of this is because the moon is what's hidden, but it's only halfway. So it's only halfway hidden. And the moon is our subconscious. And I feel like Taurus's subconscious is pretty loud. Like they're pretty well tapped into it. And we have 2 of the Big Bens, 2 of the identical clock towers. Like it's the right time if Taurus wants it. And it's also the right time for somebody else, for these 2 who've been running parallel to each other, but haven't yet found the time to connect and then change their circumstances. So this feels like a love story that could begin if Taurus is open to it. But I feel like Taurus is already having this subconscious awareness. Like, yeah, I know. I've felt that person wanting to talk to me, or I feel like if I attend an event, I don't know that my life's going to be the same afterwards. I don't know why, but I have this vibe that there's going to be, all of a sudden, I'm maybe not going to be single anymore, or it's going to open the pathway to this new chapter of my life, and I may surrender my singlehood. Am I ready to do that? Maybe anything else here. I don't know if with Big Ben being there, I don't know if that gives us like London or England as a location. It's possible. But we also have like mountains that are much more reminiscent of like Colorado. So maybe these are like more like, church towers with clock towers in it. Maybe this is somebody who lives or going to go to an event like downtown in the middle of a town. We have an Emperor. We have a 9 of Swords. We have a 6 of Swords. That Emperor, it's weird because I do feel like Taurus already is asking themselves, am I ready for a long-term partner? Now, they could be very astute. They could be an Aries, by the way. And they might say, I know Taurus is kind of either picking up on my vibe, or I've wanted to talk to them for a while, and I know Taurus hasn't really wanted to. They've been kind of dodging me, and I'm not going to chase them. If they clearly don't want to connect to me, obviously I will gracefully bow out. I don't think this person's going to hound Taurus, chase him around if Taurus does go to an event. I think they may approach Taurus. They may let Taurus know if they're interested, but if they get a vibe from Taurus that it's like, I don't know what I want to say about this. I don't know if I want to give you my number. They'll just probably bow out and gracefully step away. That's what it looks like here, because this person would be just as attuned to Taurus and say, I know, I've been there before too. You're not really ready to date, or you really kind of are thinking you'd prefer to stay single. Not a problem. I can sense you're not too interested in getting to know me right now. That's all right. I've been there. And I just feel like they would very gracefully step aside. Probably because in other circumstances, that's what Taurus would do too. If Taurus liked somebody but could tell that person didn't seem ready, Taurus would not push themselves on somebody. They may make an overture and then gracefully say, I can tell this is not the right time for you. No worries, and just gracefully step away. Just be like, you're awesome. Glad I met you. Take care. I could see Taurus being just as graceful. These two have to have a lot in common with those two clock towers on that moon card. I feel like this is a story where I feel like we're balancing on this edge in the entire story. Is Taurus wanting something or aren't they? And it almost feels like I can't get a finger on that pulse. Does Taurus actually want to move forward or not? Let's get one last message. Is Taurus ready for this person? Two of Swords. This would say no. So then if Taurus does not want to meet a person yet, or just doesn't want to get the ball rolling with somebody right now, or maybe in particular, this Emperor, they're like, no, or Emperor Magician, they've come out as both. Let me just ask, then what is the next best message for Taurus? In the event they just aren't that interested right now or not ready. 7 of Pentacles in the reverse, 6 of Cups upright. You know what's nice? This actually says, that's all right. That just tells Taurus where they're at. That means a soulmates come back around. This says it might be quite a while before Taurus gets another go round with this person, or before this opportunity comes around again. But maybe it's because think of this card like it's a little tiny plant, a seed that has to be planted and then just nurtured and allowed to grow at its own pace. And then when it's done growing, then this card will be upright and then it'll be the right time. Right now, it's just the planting of the seed time. But if you plant a tomato seed or seedling, you don't stand there and go, okay, make a tomato for me. That's not the way that works. The plant has to grow. The roots have to be put down. The leaves have to mature. Little tiny blossoms have to start. Then, finally it turns into fruit. And then the fruit has to, swell, and it has to ripen, and it has to, it's a big investment of time. You don't just plant something and say, all right, give me tomatoes. You have to let it happen at its pace. And this is nice because it just says, if indeed Taurus isn't ready for something, it still doesn't mean Taurus has to dodge the event. It could just be Taurus saying, and maybe this is a better way to look at it, Taurus saying to that amazing Emperor, like, when I'm ready, you're exactly the person that I'd like to talk to. I'm not ready to give somebody my number. I have to do a few things for me. But why don't you give me your number? Because I would love to call you when my tomatoes are ready. I don't know how else to say that. That sounds like a euphemism, and I don't mean it that way. I almost think that might be the really honest and open way for Taurus to tell somebody point blank, oh man, I would love to have your phone number for when I'm ready, but forgive me, I have a few things I got to still take care of my own first. And it just kind of feels like it's all right if Taurus isn't ready yet. Soulmates come back around. Opportunities come back around. As they always say, that which is meant for us will never pass us by. So I don't think that this is an all or nothing message. I don't think this is a right now, hurry it up, or miss the opportunity. But this also says Taurus doesn't have to dodge a situation. Taurus could walk in gently prepared to already handle a situation, so that maybe they get the best of both worlds. They're able to maintain what they actually want right now, which could be their independence, but also plant a seed with a soulmate for later on. I kind of dig the way this one went down. It feels gentle. It feels much more peaceful. All right, Taurus, I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. If you didn't know, this is your second video of the week. I try to at least give you guys 2 each week. You were actually supposed to get a different topic today, though, but I wanted to bounce into this. I felt like we needed an immediate message. I don't know why. So I will try very hard to get you guys another one tomorrow on Monday that will be what's on their mind message. But in the meantime, if you missed your other video from this week, it should pop up on your screen right about now. That was the frequency shift. All right, take care. Bye for right now.